We're talking hot comic books and key first appearances. If you want to know what they are, go grab your vibe juice and meet me back here in the comic room. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Keep It Comics. As always, I am your gracious host, C3. Before I get started, I would like to take this time to thank each and every one of you for stopping by checking out the channel. Thank you for all your love and all your support, because I know without you, this channel does not exist. I also want to apologize for not being able to drop a video over these last couple of weeks. I wind up catching COVID and I was sick. I don't know if you could tell, but I don't really have my voice all the way back the way I would like it. But I didn't want to keep you guys waiting too long. So I mustered up the strength, I crawled in the studio, and we're going to drop a video for you guys until I can get myself back 100%. All right? So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and definitely make sure you ring that bell. So every time I do a video, you guys will get that notification. And check it out. If you stick around to the end, I've got some books that came in the mail, and I would love to do an unboxing with you guys also. All right? So we got some hot comics, and we got some key first appearances. Without further ado, let's dive right on in. And you guys know the routine. It's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. So check your nonsense at the door. We're just here for the love of the hobby. Man, I missed you guys. All right? So, topping off the list at number 10, we've got a book that is published by Marvel. This book was released on April 12th of 1977. And the title of this book is Star Wars, issue number 1, the newsstand edition. Now, the reason this book is topping off the list is because while I've been sick and laying down, I had a chance to watch a lot of TV. So I've been checking out Andor on Disney Plus. Really digging Andor. I'm all caught up on it. I've binge watched it. I really like what Star Wars is doing with this franchise. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. The way they're filling in this backstory is just genius, making plenty of opportunity for more books to grow, but also giving reverence to where it all started and where it all began, right? So as they continue to build and mold this universe, I had to highlight Star Wars issue number 1. So, and it's the first appearance of Luke, Obi-Wan Kenobi on the cover and all this other stuff. We all know that this is a big book. It has quite a few first appearances in there, all right? So let's just talk some numbers on this book. The last recorded sale for this book was on October 31st of 2022, where CGC 9.8 sold for $4,700. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 0.37% increase in sales. The average sale for a CGC 9.6 is $1,216, while the average sale for a raw copy is $181. All right? So there's been 2,588 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 1,914 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 4,502 copies of this particular book that continues to change hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale for a CGC 9.8 in this book was back on April 9th of 2022, where that book sold for $9,600. Okay? Now, fair market value has this book resting at $181 for a raw copy in very fine condition. So if this is a book that you are interested in, Star Wars issue number 1, keep your eye out on this book because it is definitely on the move. All right? How you guys doing? I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Listen, what I actually did too was took the opportunity to put some new books out here behind me. So check those books out over there. See that Black Adam joint? And you see this one right here on the other side? That Crypt of Shadows? Make sure you get your hands on those books. I just wanted to point that out to you. Get your hands on those books. Those are excellent books to add to your collection as well. All right? Let's move it right along now. Getting back to the business. Number 9. This book was published by Marvel. This book was released on October 26th of 2022. The title of this book is Strange Academy Finals. Finals, issue number 1. Absolutely. Don't mind me. My vision's still a little blurry too. Now, the key factor to this book is it's the Peach Momoko 1 in 50 variant. And it is doing significant numbers on the secondary market. Now, if you guys have not been reading, this book is written by Scotty Young and Alberto Ramos. They normally are doing all the writing and the artwork in this. But this Peach Momoko 1 in 50 is one that I wanted to add to the collection. And particularly because if this book hits that option mode and it gets picked up, which I'm pretty sure it will, this book is going to do phenomenal. And I just wanted to have it in my collection. Shout out to my boy Dave, who is also a big fan of Peach Momoko. So he often highlights Peach Momoko when he is out shopping for his comics. And I just wanted to have this in my collection because it's going to look real good in my art section. So let's check these numbers out. The last recorded sale for this book was on October 31st of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $140. Yes, this thing was hot coming right out the gate, guys. All right, so this book is currently trending upward at 20.15%, with a 20.15% increase in sales. Now, there are no graded sales for this book registered right now, but the average sale for a raw copy is running you roughly about $85 to $86. And there's been 41 copies that have sold so far on the secondary market. And I'm anticipating that they'll continue to sell also. The highest known sale for this book was in a raw copy, and that was back on October 23rd of 2022, where that book sold for $150. All right, and the fair market value has it resting at $86 for a raw copy in near mint condition. So if you're in the market for Strange Academy for final issue number 1, keep your eye out on this book because it's definitely on the move. All right. Coming in at number 8, we have another book that is published by Marvel. This book was released on November 4th of 2020, and the title of this book is Captain Marvel, issue number 23, and that's that George Molina cover. Yes, now, let me explain to you why I'm highlighting this book. Now, we all know that Black Panther Wakanda is coming out, all right? Wakanda Forever is coming out. So there's Namor, who's been introduced, and we know that he's going to be there. So I'm just anticipating that there's a small possibility that we may see his son. And this is the first appearance of Ovi, which is Namor's son, and of Bridget. All right, so there's a small little piece of speculation that comes along with this particular comic. Now, let's talk about these numbers, because I'm not the only one that's thinking like that. So the last recorded sale for this book was on October 28th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $12. This book is currently trending upward with a 39.79% increase in sales. The average sale for CGC 9.8 is $75. And if you're like me, I love to get my hands on high grade books for not a lot of money. So that $75 is a perfect price point for buy-in. The average sale for a raw copy of this book is about $6. There's been 334 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 11 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 345 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale for CGC 9.8 was back on August 11th of 2022, where this book sold for $86. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, fair market value has this book resting at $6 for a raw copy in near mint condition. So if you are in the market for Miss Marvel, issue number 23, first appearance of Ovi, Namor's son, keep your eye out on this book because it too is on the move. Right? So there's a lot going on with the movies in the Marvel Universe. We got a lot of characters that are going to be coming to the big screen. And with that, the MCU is really open for all types of possibilities. So there's a lot of comics changing hands out there on the secondary market. There's a lot of movement with these characters that have been dormant for quite some time. And I'm excited about that. Keep your eye on what's going to take place over the next 6 months in the MCU, because there's a lot that is going to surface, whether it be on the big screen or coming by way of Disney Plus. So there's a lot going on, and I'm definitely excited about it. All right, so moving right along, let's get back to it. Number 7. This book also was published by Marvel. It's a Bronze Age book, and it was released on December 1st of 1976. The title of this book is Nova, issue number 4, the newsstand. Now, here's the significance of this book. Nova battles Thor, but Thor is being controlled by someone by the name of the Corruptor. And this is the first appearance of the Corruptor. All right? So the numbers to this book are as follows. Last recorded sale was on October 30th of 2022, where CGC 8.5 of this book sold for $26. Ching, 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 ching. That's right. There you have it. $26. Remember, I like getting my hands on graded books for not a lot of money. All right? So, this book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at a 63.36% increase in sales. And a CGC 9.8 is going for roughly $111. And the average sale for a raw copy is a measly $2, my friends. $2 for a nice, decent copy, first appearance of the Corruptor. And you get a nice little battle between Thor and Nova. So I think that's pretty dope. There's been 295 copies, raw copies, that have sold. There's been 39 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 334 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale was back on December 12th of 2020, where CGC 9.8 sold for $185. So when you think about the significance of that sale back then, look at where we are with price point, with the value of it now. You can get a CGC 9.8 for about $111 to probably like $125, and that is not bad at all. Fair market value has this book resting at $2 for a raw copy, and that's just in fine condition. All right? So if you're in the market for Nova issue number 4, keep your eye out on this book, because it's definitely on the move. Coming up next, at number 6 on the list, ladies and gentlemen, we have some Silver Age goodness. This book was released on May 28th of 1968. It's a Marvel book, and I know you guys can't wait for this person to hit that big screen, because you know, if you know like I know, I am going to go bananas when I see this person on the big screen. And I'm talking about the Silver Surfer, issue number 1. Yes, and the key factor to this book is it is the origin of the Silver Surfer. All right? Absolutely. Now, the last recorded sale for this book was on October 30th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $850. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 63.41% increase in sales. The average sale for a CGC 7.5 at the moment is $2,391. Now, the average sale for a raw copy of this book is $750. There's been 1,145 raw copies that have sold and 823 graded copies that have sold, giving us a whopping total of 1,968 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, keep this in mind. Back on July 1st of 2017, which is a few years back, a CGC 9.8 sold for $36,009. Yes, absolutely. So fair market value has this book resting at $750 for a raw copy that is in fine condition. So if you are in the market for Silver Surfer issue number 1, his origin story, keep your eye out on that book, because it's definitely doing numbers on the secondary market. And I know, and I'm pretty sure we are all aware, that Silver Surfer is a prime candidate. Like, it's a book that it's very heavily sought after, definitely worth adding to your collection, definitely brings value to your collection, and I don't think Silver Surfer will ever go out of style. Silver Surfer, Galactus, they will never go out of style. Those are definitely one of those big books that you want to have in your collection. All right? So we have made it to the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it to number 5. And before I go any further, I would definitely like to take this opportunity to stop, catch my breath, because I'm still a little under the weather. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm definitely going to try to get through this for all of us, right? Thank you guys for having me back. Thank you for welcoming me into your homes. Thank you for sharing my love of the hobby of comic books with each and every one of you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do that. I tried to go into the chat of the last video, the comment section of the last video, and correspond with a few of you. Thank you guys for those of you who actually knew that I was sick, and thank you for all the well wishes. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot knowing that I'm supported by like-minded individuals, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. And if this is your first time stopping by checking out the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe, and just hang around, because this is what we do. I like to drop a video at least once a week. Once I get out of school, I will do more videos, but my time is like pretty chopped up, and it's difficult, but I'm pretty consistent with my one video, and I like to share this information with the people in the community, because these books are constantly moving and numbers are constantly changing. So I like to keep us all up to date on what's going on as myself, because I'm a frequent flyer into many comic book shops, and I like to know what I'm going after, and I like to know price points, because I may need to do a little bargaining, a little negotiating. So I like to know what I'm talking about, and I like to at least offer fair amounts of money for books, so I don't make people feel like I'm trying to rob them or I'm trying to get over. Right? So I really enjoy what I do, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And you guys know, when you come around, it's always good vibes only. You know, because we wouldn't have it any other way, right? If you're looking for something different, then you got to go to the other channel. But it's good vibes only over here. All right, peoples, I appreciate you. Thank you again. Now, we're going to get back to these comics. Coming in at number 5, this book is published by Marvel. It was released on May 1st of 1988, and the title of this book is Daredevil, issue number 254. Absolutely. So, listen, let me explain to you the significance of this particular character. All right? It is the first appearance and origin of Typhoid Mary. Now, I have known of Typhoid Mary ever since I was probably, I want to say, in the 9th grade. Back in the 9th grade. The first time I heard of Typhoid Mary was when my science teacher, Mr. Mock, right? His name was Mock, M-O-C-K. Mock. I'm from a small town called Baskin, Louisiana, and I went to a school where it was very small, so we all knew each other. So my science teacher, Mr. Mock, he used to tell this story about Typhoid Mary and how she used to be in the subways of New York City, and she was getting everybody sick, and a lot of people didn't know that. So I was always intrigued by Typhoid Mary. Lo and behold, years later, as I get further into comic books, and you start reading, books like Daredevil, and you start seeing Typhoid Mary, right? So I'm excited to see Typhoid Mary if she pops up in this new TV series, the new Daredevil TV series, because, if you guys watch that She-Hulk joint, you know that Daredevil was all over that. So I can't wait to see what they do with Daredevil, and I'm anticipating that Typhoid Mary will show up at some point, and I get to see an individual on the TV that I heard about back when I was a child, right? So I haven't seen her on the TV yet. If you guys saw her, leave a comment in the comment section, but I might have missed her, but I haven't seen her yet. And I'm really looking forward to seeing her, because that's that nostalgia piece that goes all the way back to my childhood, and I'm just excited about that. Don't be mad at me for just being goofy and excited for Typhoid Mary. Because that's just what it is for me, right? But anyway, enough with all that. Let's talk numbers on this book, all right? The last recorded sale for this book was on October 29th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $30. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 76.35% increase in copies sold. The average sale for CGC 9.6 is about $107 right now, while the average sale for a raw copy will run you roughly about $24. There's been 687 raw copies that have sold and 108 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 795 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, back on April 5th of 2021, a CGC 9.8 sold for $376. So given what it sold for back then compared to where it is right now, you could probably get that for a little less, all right? Now, fair market value has this book resting at $24 for a raw copy, which is in very fine condition. So depending on what you're in the market for, you can go after that $25 book, or you can try to land that 9.8 for about, you're looking probably about 250 bucks, somewhere in there, depending on how you negotiate, all right? So if you're in the market for Daredevil issue number 254, the first appearance and origin of Typhoid Mary, keep your eye out on this book, because it too is on the move. All right, coming in at number 4, this book was released by DC. They released it on April 8th of 1965. Excuse me. The title of this book is The Atom, issue number 19. There it is. So the key factor to this book is it is the first cover and second full appearance of Zatanna. Yes, big fan of Zatanna. My daughter loves her. The last recorded sale for this book was on October 1st of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $56. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 89.93%. The last recorded sale, the average sale for CGC 7.0 in this book is $325, and the average sale for a raw copy is about $79 right now. There's been 137 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 28 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 165 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, back on October 20th of 2016, a CGC 9.6 sold for $1,025. Yep, and fair market value has this book resting at $79 for a raw copy that is in very good condition. So, if you are in the market for The Atom, issue number 19, keep your eye out on this book, because it is definitely on the move. And we're going to keep the show rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I just got to keep that vibe juice flowing. Man, I don't wish that COVID on nobody, man. That thing is terrible, bro. All right, coming in at number 3, we got some popular copper, my friends. Let's talk about this book that was made by Marvel. It was released on August 10th of 1985. Now, given all the anticipation of what we got going on the MCU, we have to talk about Secret Wars 2, issue number 2. Yes, we got to talk about the first appearance of Hate Monger, because, you have to know that this may be part of the storyline when they drop this particular series, when they drop this movie. So pay attention to the numbers on this, because a lot of people are picking up these series now. They're going through. I'm pretty sure everybody's grabbed that first volume. Now they're working on that second volume. Now, the last recorded sale for this book was on October 30th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $26. This book is currently trending upward with 100.39% increase in sales, right? The average sale for a CGC 9.8 is $116. Again, beautiful price point for buy-in. I like that. The average sale for a raw copy is $22. There's been 323 raw copies that have sold, but there's also been 34 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 357 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale for CGC 9.8 was back on June 13th of 2021, where the book sold for $329. Fair market value has this book rested at $22 for a raw copy that's in near mint condition. So if you're in the market for the first appearance of Hate Monger, keep your eye out on this book, because Secret Wars 2, issue number 2, is definitely moving. It's up 100.39%, so it's definitely up. Nothing can stop it. It's all the way up. already know, baby. All right, coming in at number 2, we've got some low-hanging fruit I want to talk about, right? This book was released on August 1st, 1979. It's published by Marvel. One of our favorite characters, The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 195, the newsstand edition. Now, the key factor to this book is it is the second appearance and the origin of Black Cat. We know her first appearance continues to do numbers and it continues to rise on the secondary market, what makes it only fair and such a safe assumption that you can get that second appearance for a little less now, right? So as they continue to blow this book up, that second appearance and that origin story is that low-hanging fruit where you can catch for not a lot of money. Here's the specs on it. The last recorded sale was on October 26th of 2022, where a raw copy of that book sold for $59. This book is definitely trending upward with a 102.39% increase in sales at the moment, at this current moment. The average sale for a graded copy of a 9.8 is $549. The average sale for a raw copy is $27. There's been 39 raw copies that have sold, but there's been 10 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 49 copies of this book that continues to move on the secondary market. Now, back on July 24th of 2022, a CGC 9.8 of this book sold for $599. Fair market value has this book resting at $27 for a raw copy that's in fine condition. So if you're an Amazing Spider-Man fan, if you're a Black Cat fan, keep your eye out on this book because Amazing Spider-Man issue number 195 is definitely moving on the secondary market. All right, so we have finally made it. We are going to talk about our number 1 hottest comic book on the secondary market. This book was released on November 1st, 1992. It's a Marvel book, and the title of this book is X-Men, issue number 1. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we know that the X-Men are going to make their way onto that big screen sooner rather than later. So we are anticipating a lot of characters, and this is one of them. This is the key factor to this book. The key factor is this is the first appearance of Morph, right? Of Morph, and that is Earth TRN 566. So depending on where they set this up at, there's a strong possibility that we could see this character. Now, let's talk about some numbers on this book because the anticipation is real. The last recorded sale was on October 30th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $30. This book is currently trending upward, my friends, with a whopping 577.78 increase in copies that are being sold right now. So people are really speculating on this book. So pay attention. The average sale for a graded copy of this book in a 9.6 is $78. The average sale for a raw copy is about $16. There's been 915 raw copies that have sold and 117 graded copies that have sold. Back in April 18th of 2022, a CGC 9.8 in this book went for $487. Up until this current moment, there's been 1,032 copies of that book that has changed hands on the secondary market. That's why it is the increase in copies sold is so high. This book is definitely moving, and a lot of people aren't aware of it, right? So I want to make sure that we are all on the same page when it comes to these books that are spiking, right? Fair market value has this book resting at $16, and that is for a raw copy that is in near mint condition. So if you are excited about the MCU, if you are an X-Men fan, if you are looking for those key books and those first appearances, this is one that you are definitely going to add to your collection, because when these portals to the MCU pop wide open, man, you want to make sure that you got your books already in hand, already in your boxes, because right now is a perfect time to buy. Don't wait for the movie to come out and these characters to show up and then you try to buy these books, because you're going to be paying a little more than what you should. All right? So if you're in the market for X-Men, issue number 1, first appearance of Morph, keep your eye out on this book, because it is definitely on the move. All right, guys. That's our list. I have given you your list. Be careful when you're out there in the wild hunting. Execute. Don't do anything crazy. Don't make any rash decisions. You don't have to spend a bunch of money to add these comic books to your collection. Take your time. Make wise decisions. Don't hurt anything. I always say, never jump out of the airplane without your parachute. These comic books, they always come back around full circle. So if they're too expensive for you now, just do what I like to do. Wait for them to come back down a little bit. I like to strike while the iron is cold. But I also just wanted to share this information with you so you could be aware of some of the comic books that I'm keeping my eye on and that I'll be going after. All right? You may like it, you may not like it. You can leave a comment in the comment section if you think it's something that I missed. If you guys have been around me long enough to know what I'm interested in, if you think it's a book that I'm interested in, leave a comment in the comment section. I can always double back and see what it do. All right? So, I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. As promised, I got a whole stack of comics that we can unbox together, all right? So, we're going to dive right on in. I appreciate you guys. We're going to bust them open. Continue to share the love of the hobby with one another. Thank you guys for hanging out with your boy. I appreciate you. I'm just having fun. I'm not 100% yet, but I couldn't wait any longer. The whole time I'm laying there, I'm just like, babe, I gotta make a video. She's like, no, you don't. You gotta get some rest. You're about to, you're about to pass out. But I feel a little better today, so I popped up, threw on my Black Adam shirt, and we're gonna do a video, man. So that's what it is. I appreciate you guys. So let's pop this baby open right here, see what we got. All right. Oh, you guys know the routine. Cue the music, but keep your clothes on. Yes, baby. Let's see what we got. I'll try to be as careful as I most possibly can. We don't want to damage anything. Have you guys gone and seen Black Adam yet? If you have, leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think about Black Adam? Was it good? Is it worth me going to check it out? Or should I just skip it altogether? I'll tell you what, before I got sick though, one movie that I went to see and I thought it was pretty good, I went to see Smile. And I loved it. I like horror films. Shout out to my boy Dylan. Dylan does a lot of horror films. He does a lot of reacting to horror films. All right. Let's see what we got here. We'll just put that over there. Got him. Let's see. So we're gonna open these babies up, and then I'll tell you what made me buy them. I'll tell you what the significance to them are and why I purchased them. All right, move that plastic bag. Oh, wonderful. Okay. All right. Cool beans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we have a purchase that I made, and this is Mentos 10,000 Black Feathers, right? So what I did was I purchased all the covers, right? Or how about I do it like this? Here's the blank, which is not really blank because it's got some trade dress up at the top. And this book is written by Jeff Lemire. Real good book, too. 10,000 Feathers. This is beautiful. Check out the, I love the artwork on this one. This is particularly why I grabbed this one. Look at the skull and how the crows make up the eyes. That's fire. Beautiful artwork. I love that. Definitely be staring at that for a little while. Here's the all black feather cover. Yep. And then here's that regular feather cover. Perfect. All right. Let's pop open some more. We're just gonna keep opening them. We're gonna open all of them up. I've been waiting, man, and I know you guys have been patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting for all so long. So we're gonna go ahead and just hang out, all right? I'm in no hurry. I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. I hope you guys had a safe Halloween, man. It was pretty chill where I'm at too. So I was happy about that. Nobody got hurt. I didn't hear about anything wild going on in the neighborhood. So I was happy about that. We're gonna pop open this one. This one came open fairly easy. Like it took almost little to no effort at all. Sometimes that makes me a little nervous, but let's see what we got here. All right. Okay. Drop that down there. All right, my friends. Here we have Vanish, issue number 1, the Virgin cover. Yeah. Donnie Cates writing this. You want to see what it's all about? Interesting. Beautiful artwork, though. Already he's reminding me, like, so now that I have this picture in front of me, he reminds me of, what's the one? Come on, if you know him, in the Venom joint, Codex. Right? What's his name? I forgot his name. But he reminds me of that character that he did in the Venom run. The one that Dylan Brock turns into. Well, it's supposed to be the future version of Dylan Brock as he gets older. But yeah, so I can see that resemblance. A lot of times, I don't like buying characters, when they just keep repeating different versions of the same character. So a lot of times I won't go after those. Like, I don't mind getting some new characters. I'm more like that, but if they just keep repeating the same character over and over again, right? If let's take Robin, for example. I know over the past 4 months, we've probably seen like 3 different versions of Robin, right? So I don't want to see any more Robins. Give me some new characters, right? Even this Punchline individual, I consider Punchline just to be another version of Harley Quinn. So I really don't worry about Punchline too much. And if you know like I know, there'll never be another Harley, baby. That's Mr. J's boo thing. There'll never be another Harley. All right, so that's how this next one came. The old comic book tape between 2 pieces of cardboard trick. Unbelievable. All right, I just hope they're okay in here. The package wasn't damaged, so It looked like it made it safe. Let's pop these rivets off. Okay. So there. Well, at least they use painter's tape, so it's simpler to get off. I'll give them that. But boy, oh boy. Skipping on the shipping and handling, that ain't good. Alrighty. Maybe I can keep these boards and get some good use out of them. Let me try not to damage those. Yeah, we can get some good use out of those. Set those right there. There's another one. Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. Yes. All right, guys. This book is Edge of Spider-Verse, issue number 3, and it is that the design variant of Night Spider. Yep, Night Spider. Talk about different versions, right? Like, same people. Who is that? Who is that? Night Spider. Looks like Black Cat or something. I have to see. All right. Here's another one. Let's do it. Let's keep on going. I don't mind if you don't mind. Because when I get done, all I'm going to do is go lay back down. I'm tired of laying down, man. There we go. Perfect. Oh boy. Pop that open. It slid right out. All right. Put that right there. Okay. So I guess I'm on my Spider-Man. I'm on my Spider-Verse kick. So here we go. Edge of Spider-Verse. And this is issue number 1. This is that Bango variant, I believe it is. Yeah. I believe this is the first cover appearance of this young lady right here, Spinstress. Yeah, that's her first cover appearance. And you know, with the new Spider-Verse coming, you kind of have to get their characters. Because you just don't know, right? Here's another one. Man. I think I'm going to have to do a video on how to package your comics. How to package comics when you're sending them out in the mail. I mean, and it doesn't have to be anything spectacular either. You just have to put a little love in what you're doing, man. You know what I mean? Put a little pride in your efforts. Let's see. Got the mailer inside the pink envelope. Okay. Let's see. Let me pop this piece of tape right here. Ever so gently. Uh-oh. Okay, Houston. We got some good stuff here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like I purchased myself Dark Horse Comics, Predator, issue number 1, first appearance of the Predator. Yes. Did you guys check out Prey? If you didn't check out Prey, make sure you check out Prey. I watched it, I liked it, and I think that's what made me buy this. I figured since DC, I mean, who has the rights to it? Marvel? Marvel has the rights to Predator now, that I needed to go ahead and get myself a nice, clean first appearance of the Predator, because you never know what could happen. I mean, and in my mind too, man, not for nothing, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. I was kind of hoping, that DC would have purchased the rights to Predator, because, man, tell me, how huge do you think the storyline would be if DC really pitted Batman up against the Predator in Gotham City? Now that would be something dope. That would be dope. But Marvel has him, so we'll see what he does with him. But I had to grab that first appearance. Happy to add that to my collection. All right. We got another one. This one. Whew. Man. And listen, hold up. Check this out. Because you guys remember, if you remember, when the channel was a little smaller, how I used to order stuff like around Christmas time, all my packages came damaged. So it's getting about, I probably won't order anything in the mail after whatever I have coming now. I probably won't order anything else after this. I'm not. Because everything I ordered in November came smashed to pieces, man. I was mad about it. $100, $200 variances, just tore up. But you live and you learn, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely happy to add this to the collection. This is Marvel Comic Group Jungle Action Black Panther, issue number 6, and this is the first appearance of Eric Killmonger. And again, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, on the way. They saying Eric Killmonger is going to be in the movie. I decided I needed to go ahead and add this to my collection. I already have that Fantastic Four issue number 52, Black Panther's first appearance. You can't have Black Panther's first appearance and not have Eric Killmonger's first appearance. So I just wanted to make sure I grab it. Happy to add this to my collection. It's another piece of the puzzle. Definitely happy to have that. Love it. You're finished in this jungle, Avenger. Don't mind me, yo. Don't mind me at all. Let's see. Was there a note attached to that? Oh, okay. Cool beans. Perfect. All right. How about this one? Let's see what it is. Open it. Open it. All right. Let's get it out of the plastic bag first. And then we'll go from there. All right. Got it. I got me a little cappuccino tonight. Something hot to try to break up the cold in me. What are you guys sipping on out there? My vibe juice for the night is cappuccino. Hit me in the comment section, man. What are you guys sipping on? You know, it's good vibes only, people. This is an interesting box. Let's see. Gotta pop this one, huh? Yeah. You would think, I know what I have to do. I gotta get me a new blade. That'll make it easier for me to be hitting these rivets. Sometimes scissors are just a little too bulky for the job. All right. There you go. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. What do we got here? Over there. I'm gonna take that tape off. Move it over here. Well, this is 2 comics. And mind you, part of the way I like to receive my comics is like, so I'll purchase a lot of comics, right? But then they'll arrive and I'll forget about them. So when you talk about, you know, not knowing what I have coming, like I know what I ordered, but I don't know what order I stacked the boxes in and I forget about them. So that's just part of the fun of me opening the comics. It's like, you know, kind of like tricking myself into thinking I'm getting something that I don't know what I'm getting. All right. Well, it's fun for me. All right, cool. Yes. Now, here's another book that I would definitely encourage you to get a couple copies for yourself, all right? And this book just came out a few weeks ago, so you still got opportunity to get yourself a couple copies. And I am talking about Ghost Rider issue number 7, and there's a new character in here by the name of Exhaust. So I had to grab a couple of those cover A's. I have, let's see, I think I can actually look right here. Just give me 1 second. Let me just double check right here. Real quick. Yeah. Yeah. So I have this beautiful cover that I grabbed for the on the day it was released. Right? I think that's just an awesome cover. And if you look closely, you could see all the little souls in the fire. Right? So it's just beautiful artwork. So this is the first appearance of a character by the name of Exhaust. And they're talking about giving us a new Ghost Rider too. So I want to be prepared when they do that because, you know, and another thing is this. I'll talk about the significance of this book and why I grabbed it. Another thing is this. When you think about Ghost Rider, and you think about our heroes versus our the heroes versus the villains, like Batman has the Joker, Superman, he has Zod, General Zod, Spider-Man has the Goblin, and you know, and they all have their villains, right? But they all have a significant villain. They have a balance to a counterpart. Ghost Rider doesn't have that. So this Exhaust character seems more like a Ghost Rider type villain. So he can have, you know, this person Exhaust, like he can have more of a significant role as a villain because he can be Ghost Rider's baddie, like he can be his opposite. So that's why I got this book, and I encourage, you know, if you guys like Ghost Rider, you know, grab yourself a copy of that book because Ghost Rider finally has a villain that makes sense. You know, the name Exhaust is dope. And if you you grab it, you look and you see what the villain looks like, you're like, yeah, man, you know, and he's well drawn, right? So check it out. You might like it, all right? Here's another one. It's pretty heavy too. Oh boy. Let's pop the rivets on this baby. see what's in here. Okay. See what we got. We're in. We are definitely in. All right. Let's see what we got. Let me see. Okay. Here we go. Where's the tape at? Oh, here it is. So I grab that tape. Yeah, there's a few books in this one. I don't like when they put that shipping tape on the comics, you know, with that strong adhesive, because it's like they're trying to set you up to hurt the book. Okay. Oh, all right. Here you are, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like I got myself a couple more copies of Crypt of Shadows issue #1. Right? And I'm sure we all know the significance of this book, right? If you look right there, like right here, right here, yep, right there, that young lady, that is Blade's daughter. So this is the first cover appearance of Blade's daughter, and her name is Bloodline. So as you can see, if you look back there, I got a copy back there. Where? The thumb, that way. I got a copy back there, and I got a couple copies over here, and I just ordered myself a couple more copies just to have in a collection. You know, for spits and giggles, right? So, and it's just a dope cover, man. I like that cover, yo. Moon Knight, Man Thing, everybody in there looking, man, that joint is serious, man. I like that. I like that. So, grab myself a couple more copies to add to the collection. Can't wait to pop those in Mylar. They look real good, right? It's got a few stories in there. Check it out. Give it a read. See what you think. But, you know, with Mahershala Ali taking on the role of Blade, you never know where they go with the story, right? So they may give Blade the opportunity to show his bloodline, right? And if so, we already have her in the collection for, what, $3, $4? You can't beat that. And she may be a key player in the future, you know? So just keep your eye out on all that stuff. Let me see. Right there. All right. So my battery is going to die. So let's see if we can get this puppy open. I got 2 more boxes. Let's see if we can open them real quick. All right. Yes, I'm doing all this live. Everything. Me falling out the chair, reaching for the camera. We live on deck, live on set. All right, I'm going to speed it up. And we're going to see if I can get it done before the phone die on us. This video looks like it's almost an hour already. All right, so that goes there. Pop, rip, tear. Come on. Oh, this is stacked. Oh yeah, it's a stack. That way. Smooth the tape. You with me? All right. Let's pop it open and see what we got. Oh, shoot. I'll show you guys what I did. All right, so here you have it, folks. We have Marvel Voices, Candidates, issue #1. character variant. And three copies of that. All right. Next, we have three copies. Ghost Rider issue number 1. First appearance of Exhaust in that variant. I gotta find out who did the artwork on that variant. It's definitely fire. No pun intended. And the last piece I have coming out of that box is we have this beautiful New York Comic-Con exclusive Ivan Tao. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man. The drip cover. New York Comic-Con drip cover. Ivan Tao. Beautiful red. Love it. Definitely can't wait to pop that one in the Mylar. Happy to have it. You guys see my background before. You know I have the black ones already. So having that red one and be able to add that to the collection is huge for me. Beautiful. Big Miles Morales fan. Happy to have it. All right. Now, here's the last one. All right. And just in case the camera cuts off before I get done, you guys know what I always say. Don't hate, congratulate. Show some love. Because that don't cost you nothing. Appreciate. But no matter what you do, ladies and gentlemen, when you see me, it's good vibes only. You know. Good vibes only. We wouldn't have it any other way. So that goes there. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. That way. Definitely got it taped up. Can't be mad about that. Taped it 3 times. All righty. Now, I'm rushing, so I don't want to hurt anything, so I'm just going to show it to you like this, all right? The final book that I want to show you guys is one that I love. I really enjoy the story arc. If you guys haven't been reading it, definitely read it. And it's like I said, the comics that I show you in my hot list are comics that I myself are actually in the market for. I may not grab all of them, but the ones that I'm able to get my hands on, I definitely get them, right? And this is one example right here, Strange Academy Finals, issue number 1, that Peach Momoko, 1 in 50. Look how beautiful that is in real life, man. Shout out to the homie Dave. He introduced me to Peach Momoko. I didn't know who she was until he put me on to her. So I got to give him his props for that. I've been collecting her ever since. Right? Definitely a hot comic. Definitely one worth adding to your collection. The story continues to be fire. The world building and the character the character creations, it just continues to get better and better and better, man. So Scotty Young is just an excellent writer. And we got some Peach Momoko on top of that. Perfect combination. 1 in 50. Look at the eyes in the back. You know she loves her eyes. The eyeballs. Perfect. And I just set that right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it through it. Thank you. I'm happy. I appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out with your boy. Thank you for letting me share my love of comics with each and every one of you. If this is your first time stopping by, checking out the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. If you guys want me to do some other things, leave some comments in the comment section. I can do some more unboxings. We could probably I could do a new comic book day haul video just to show you guys what I pick up for new comic book day. Whatever it is, just leave a comment in the comment section. I'm open to all sorts of ideas as I continue to just get over this this COVID and things of that nature, man. I'll be back at it doing what I do. All right, so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support. I'm glad the phone didn't die before we got this video out. So I'm going to chop it up, edit it, and get it out to you people. And I'm going to repeat what I said before for all the newcomers. You know what I always say, don't hate, congratulate. Show some love, because that don't cost you nothing. Appreciate. But no matter what you do, my friends, whenever you see me, always keep it comics. Good vibes only, people. I'll see you guys next time. You know what it is.